HarperCollins presents Empty Heaven by Freddie Kölsch, read by Krystal Hammond.
Part 1. The Banquet of the Needle. Chapter 1. Sunday, August 27th to Saturday, October 28th, 2000. If you picture it like a diorama or one of those scale model villages, we were just two girls in the center of a tiny town surrounded by sunflower fields. The road where we met was Good Earth Way, the main artery of the little Massachusetts village where I spent my summers. Beyond the village and the sunflower fields were the woods, and if you zoomed far out enough on the diorama, one particularly large body of water. The sky was dotted with high-up clouds like falling feathers. The school year, senior finally, beckoned from the beginning of September. I'd already been given my traditional end-of-vacation send-off by my three best friends the night before because Senevac was a hideously early riser. But KJ had asked me to stop by K-Family Pizza when we drove out. It was too early for her by a long mile, but she had been waiting outside her family's pizza place to say goodbye to me one more time under the pretext of giving me a mix CD. She could have given it to me the previous evening when we'd all stayed up late out in the orchards that surrounded Jasper's house, but she had held off until it was just the two of us. I remember this part with the clarity that memories take on before a huge disaster. KJ seeing me, stepping out her cigarette with the economy of motion that always made her seem graceful and a little showy when she actually did something. Standing in the early sunlight with the little wispy clouds way above her. When I reached her, she'd taken my left hand like she was going to hold it, and that was an unusual enough move on her part that my heart had started pounding. But instead of putting her hand in mine, she pressed on my fingers until they opened. With her other hand, she pulled out the promised CD ensconced in a clear plastic case from one of the cargo pockets on our stupid khaki skirt. "This one is incredible, I promise," KJ said, her tone imbued with her usual airy bravado. "Possibly the greatest CD ever mixed by human hands. You're totally going to love it." Her hands shook slightly when she placed the CD into mine. Her sunglasses were hiding her eyes, making her expression unreadable as usual. And after she handed off my gift, she leaned against one of the flower boxes like she was the chillest person who ever lived. But I could see that she was nervous. "I doubt I'm going to love it," I said, falling back on my habit of giving her shit even as I wrapped my fingers around the CD case. My pulse was ticking along quickly, and my face was hot. But I thought I seemed relaxed, normal. We made each other mix CDs regularly, and when I got home, I always listened to the songs she picked for me on endless repeat, looking for hidden meanings. Not if it has Alice in Chains on it again. God, you put one song about Vietnam on a mix for a girl, and she never lets you forget it. KJ was smiling, but her tone told me things her words didn't. There was a thread of uncertainty in it. The case was light in my hand, light for something that felt so important to me. On the CD itself, in green Sharpie, she'd written, "For the loneliest girl in New York City," all lowercase in her messy cursive. There was a smudge mark on the end of city. Underneath that, she'd drawn the tiniest little heart. "I really doubt you're actually the loneliest person in New York," KJ said, and did the thing she did sometimes when she's nervous or embarrassed, where she scrubs at the back of her neck with one hand. "I was trying to be funny because of how you have this, Heideggerian parlance going on, where you say we're all going to ultimately die alone, which seems..."
Sample complete. Ready to continue?